please stream Heidi Montauk music, and this is Monster Jam!
The first competition of the event will be JCB Racing Round 1. All 12 of our Monster Jam drivers have been seated in a bracket based off their first pastime at our last event in Denver. 4 fastest times have received an automatic bye into round number 2, leaving 8 Monster Jam drivers to face head-to-head in round 1. Los Angeles, are you ready for round 1 of JCB Racing?
Cole Vinard, Black Pearl. His opponent, Caleb Blood, Sparkle Smash. Oh yeah, we've been talking about it. We've been prepping for it. Let's go ahead and get it started. Here we go. First race here in Los Angeles, and of course it's already a close one. Does Cole Vinard get the victory, or does Caleb Blood move on in this competition? They're taking a look at the Monster Jam timing system, and your winner is Caleb Blood, Sparkle Smash. Just taking the victory, 21.767 to that 21.953. It was a close one, but Caleb Blood is moving on to round 2, where she'll be facing off against Bryce Kenny, Monster Mutt, Sparkle Smash. Moving on. Mike Pagliarulo, Excalibur. Trying to get to the top of the leaderboard, Ryan Anderson, Son of a Digger. Ryan has to get this victory, but Mike Pagliarulo has been coming on hot later in the season. Let's go! Going to the timing system in the second matchup, a close one. Mike Pagliarulo, Excalibur looked to have the early lead in that matchup. But did Ryan take it back at the stretch? And he did. Your winner, Ryan Anderson, Son of a Digger, 21.095. Mike Pagliarulo, Excalibur, 21.384. But I thought he had that early lead. Thought he might have taken it. Just lost it down the stretch. Ryan Anderson just hangs on in a big matchup. And it looks like we got smoke coming out of Excalibur, stuck on the floor. Misfire right there. He does refire. So see if we can get him in position. It looks like he's riding out. As we said, the battle between Tristan England and Ryan Anderson for this series championship. Ryan has to come out swinging in all these competitions. We got Excalibur set. It's time for our third matchup in round one. And it's one between father and son, Zach Garner, Wild Side. His opponent and his father, Jamie Garner, El Toro Loco. Zach moving to the line. Jamie moving to the line. Father and son, but only one can move on. They are set. Let's go! And your winner, Zach Garner, Wild Side. He gets the victory. Of course, he won his World Series championship in racing here at SoFi Stadium earlier this year, so he gets another one. And he's moving on to round two, taking out his father, Jamie Garner, El Toro Loco, with a time of 21.815. Still have one matchup left here in round one of JCB Racing. So let's meet your opponents. Matt Pagliarulo, Jester. Facing off against Todd LeDuc, Megalodon, Stars and Stripes. Megalodon, Stars and Stripes set, Jester set. Let's go green! And after a locked-up planetary, an easy victory for Todd LeDuc, Megalodon, Stars and Stripes, claiming that final spot in JCB Racing. Looked like it might have been a locked-up planetary there for Jester. And he's just... Out comes the JCB Dirt Squad. Matt Pagliarulo has just been bitten by the gremlins, it seems like, through the last couple of competitions, trying to battle this Monster Jam truck in his 10th year of competition. Not how he wanted to start off here in Los Angeles and, of course, in the last matchup of round one. So now that all those competitors are set in round one, let's take a look at the bracket as we get ready for round two of JCB Racing. Taking a look at the bracket on the board, you have Monster Mutt, who will be facing off against Kayla Blood. Sparkle Smash, Kayla Blood moving on to round two, taking out Colvinard, Black Pearl. Kayla been bouncing back in these racing competitions. After that, you have Nick Pagliarulo with one of his hottest starts of the season there. Gets an automatic bye. Kraken facing off against Ryan Anderson, son of a digger. Following that, Gravedigger will be facing off against Zach Garner, Wild Side. And then finally, you have JCB Digatron, Tristan England facing off against Todd LeDuc, Megalodon.
SoFi Stadium, we have made it to the second round of JCB Racing. We have the four fastest drivers from round number one moving into round number two to face off against those drivers that received the automatic bye. The pressure is on. Here we go. Let's get ready. Los Angeles, are you ready for round two of JCB Racing?
Kayla Blood, Sparkle Smash. Facing off against Bryce Kinney, Monster Mutt. Going to restage at the line. You see those lights go purple. That means they have to restage. have that fair start. They are set. Let's go racing! Going to the Monster Jam timing system, and another close competition coming down toward the end. But it looks like your winner, as you see there on the super glue, glued to the action replay, Bryce Kenny, Monster Mutt, with a time of 20.656, takes out Kayla Blood, Sparkle Smash, with a 20.788. Bryce Kenny moving on to the semifinals. Nick Pagliarulo, Kraken. His opponent, Ryan Anderson, Son of a Digger. Once again, Ryan does need these victories to have a chance to get back at the series championship. Set at the line. Here we go. And your winner, Ryan Anderson, Son of a Digger, takes the victory. But Nick Pagliarulo, Kraken, puts on a bit of a show coming down the stretch. You see here on the super glue, glued to the action replay, that front right tire just got a bit of that turn. You see he goes for a spin, a dive, and sets it down on all four BKT tires. Fortunately, not enough to get the victory as Ryan Anderson moves on to the semifinals with a time of 20.618. Nick Pagliarulo eliminated 21.225. Ryan Anderson, he needs the victories and he moves on to the semifinals. Monster Jam trucks are built by JCB. Dig deeper, lift higher, and move more with the official heavy equipment partner of Monster Jam. It's JCB. Trucks getting into position here. Out came the JCB Dirt Squad to clear the track after Nick's theatrics out there. But I'm excited to see this next matchup. Zach Garner, Wildside, won the 2024 Racing Championship here at SoFi Stadium. Doing it in his first World Finals appearance as well. So, does he have another victory in hand? Of course, the man that's right across from him, you have Adam Anderson, Gravedigger, legendary driver, 20 years of competition, and he's trying to make his way to the semifinals. So let's get to it. Adam Anderson, Gravedigger, facing off against Zach Garner, Wildside. This is the second meeting between these two drivers, so even though you've been 16 weeks in competition, they've only seen each other one other time. Adam Anderson, Gravedigger, did take that victory over Zach Garner, Wildside. So does that happen one again? Let's find out. Moving to the line to get set. Gravedigger is set. Wildside still moving forward. He is set. Let's go racing! And he's moving on to the semifinals. Zach Garner, wild side, taking the victory over Adam Anderson, Gravedigger. Still bringing out a bit of flair here in SoFi Stadium. Internet with a bang. See there on the official timing, 21.305 for Zach Garner, wild side. Slowest time of the afternoon, 33.798. That is Adam Anderson, Gravedigger, wild side. Moving on to the semifinals. But we have one more competition remaining in round two. Todd LeDuc, Megalodon, Stars and Stripes. Facing off against Tristan England, JCB Digatron. They had the two fastest practice times yesterday. Does that happen once again? They are set. Here we go. He's moving on to the semifinals. Tristan England, JCB Digatron. Tristan moving on to the semifinals. So your matchups are set. Monster Mutt facing off against Son of a Digger. Opposite end of the bracket. Zach Garner, wild side, facing off against Tristan England, JCB Digatron. A rematch of the 2024 Racing World Finals between those two. But first, we got to get through this first competition. And of course, another close competition. As we keep saying, a series championship is on the line. Ryan Anderson, Son of a Digger, is 13 points behind Tristan England, JCB Digatron. So these competitions are crucial for Ryan. Can he make his way back to the finals and take a victory, claiming the first 12 points? We'll find out right after this.
Los Angeles, this is the semifinal round of JCB Racing. The four fastest Monster Jam drivers facing off head to head, looking to get into that final round and secure the first 12 points that are so crucial here in SoFi Stadium. So come on, Monster Jam fans, who's ready for your semifinal round of JCB Racing?
All right, let's see who's taking this thing. We have Bryce Kenny, Monster Mutt, facing off against the man who needs the victory, Ryan Anderson, Son of a Digger, who is moving on to the finals. This is their 13th meeting. Son of a Digger has taken 10 of those victories. Does he get another? Let's go! Close competition, going to the Monster Jam Finish Link's timing system. The way that Bryce Kenny jumped that light, it was perfectly timed. Did he get the victory? Ryan needs the victory. Who moves on? Bryce Kenny, Monster Mutt with the fastest time. 19.978. Monster Mutt moving on to the finals. Ryan Anderson, Son of a Digger, 20.212, does not move on to the finals. Bryce Kenny is set. Just a tough break right there for Ryan, but we still have one competition remaining in the semifinals. So let's go ahead and meet your competitors. The 2024 World Racing Champion right here at SoFi Stadium. He claimed it Can he move on to the finals? Zach Garner, wild side. And of course, the man who leads the series, Tristan England, JCB Digatron. Another big matchup coming up. Tristan does need this. Let's find out. Here we go. And your winner, Zach Garner, wild side. 5-second penalty on Tristan England, JCB Digatron. He did not get all 4 tires down on that racing ramp. You see there, all 4 tires must be on that racing ramp. Tristan England misses it, had a chance to secure the series victory. That might have just saved Ryan Anderson, son of a digger. Zach Garner, wild side, goes on to the finals, and they're telling me that a point has been gained for Ryan Anderson, so he's very much in this thing. Zach Garner, wild side, keeping son of a digger alive as we crown our series champion tonight. Tristan could not capitalize. Son of a digger very much alive as we have our 2 drivers set in the finals. Bryce Kenny, Monster Mutt, taking on Zach Garner, wild side.
This is it, Los Angeles. We have made it to the final round of JCB Racing. One of these drivers is going to take home the first 12 points of the night. We have made it here. Los Angeles, are you ready to meet your final contenders for JCB Racing?
From Kernersville, North Carolina, in his 10th year of competition with 2 racing victories on the series, Bryce Kenny, Monster Mutt. He's the 2nd generation driver from Fortville, Indiana, competing in his 6th year of Monster Jam and his 1st year in stadium competition. Zach Garner, wild side. Made it all the way through the gauntlet of drivers, but there can only be one. Getting set at the line. They are set. Let's go racing! And your winner, Bryce Kenny, Monster Mutt. Bryce Kenny getting his 3rd racing victory on the season. He's been on an absolute tear. This man has been unstoppable. He's won 4 of the last 5 overall competitions. He's just been on a tear. You see the time there, 20.479 to Zach Garner. Wild sides, 20.904. Monster Mutt taking the first 12 points, and Wild Side and Monster Mutt Bryce Kenny just keeping Ryan Anderson alive in this competition. And we have him out there on the track. Los Angeles, this man can hear ya. So make some noise for Bryce Kenny, Monster Mutt. Big dog's gotta eat. That's right. He's won the last 4 of the 5 overall competitions throughout the weeks. It seems like he's catching his stride. 3rd overall in the point standings. Bryce Kenny, one of the best to do it, is showing you why. We're going to get him a mic here shortly, but Bryce just living it up, man. Just an absolute gauntlet of competitors he had to go through. Taking out Ryan Anderson in the semifinals. And then, of course, taking out Zach Garner, Wild Side. Was able to do it. One of the fastest times that you had, the way he jumped that light. So let's go ahead and talk to the man here shortly. But Los Angeles, give it up one more time for Bryce Kenny, Monster Mutt.
Bryce, a huge congratulations here at SoFi Stadium. Zach Garner and Wildside was undefeated here, and you just took out the World Finals reigning champion here at SoFi Stadium. A huge win for you, and is this just a testament to the fact that whether or not you've got a chance at that series, which you do, that you're, no matter what, going to put it all out there?
Well, I tell you, it's a testament to this team and this truck, because this dirt was tricky. It had a lot of slickness to it in the corners, but it also had grip when you were looking for it, so you get that traction and that speed. And a couple of those corners, it felt like we were just kind of rolling the dice, and the trucks just set up perfectly to get around the track. But, man, it's a testament to these guys in the back. They work their butts off week in and week out to make sure that truck's 100%, and it showed tonight.
You were so fast around every single turn. Do you think that it had anything to do with your drag racing background, especially being right there on the light?
I don't know. Well, on the radio right before the finals, he said, if we ever drag race together, just know, I guess I'm not putting you in the driver's seat. So that was the most offensive thing that Matt Dale Sanders ever said to me. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's really about coming out here and trying to get the pressure off your shoulders. The drivers here are the best of the best. I mean, we had to go against Caleb Blood in round 2. Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger in the semis, and then to like you said, to go against Zach Garner, the reigning freestyle world racing freestyle championship, the reigning world racing champion that happened right here in this building a year ago. Man, we had our work cut out for us, but this dog was hungry. And when the big dog's hungry, you gotta let the big dog eat. What do you think, Inglewood?
All right, so we are on our way through one competition, which means we have to take a look at how that has the implications here on our last event. Take a look here at the BKT overall event standings, where Bryce Kenny, Monster Mutt, went ahead and took the first competition victory. Believes he has the first 12 points. We got to get that on the video board real quick for you to take a look. Monster Mutt at the top with 12 points. Then you have Wild Side, 11 points you see there in second place. Ryan Anderson, Son of a Digger, is in third place, and this where it gets tricky because Tristan England, JCB Digatron, 9 points. So let's go ahead and see how that is in the series point standings, and we can have that breakdown. As you said, a series champion will be crowned, and see where those standings are at between these drivers. There's the second half of the bracket. Megalodon Stars and Stripes at 7, Gravedigger at 8, Excalibur, Gravedigger, Wild Side. Here it is. There it is. The Stadium Series West point standings. So Tristan England at the top, 569 points. Ryan Anderson, Son of a Digger, actually gained a point. He was 13 down. Now he is only 12 points down, so he still has a chance. Kept it alive. Bryce Kenny and Zach Garner, Wild Side, making it to the finals, keeping Ryan in this thing. So those are your top 2. Son of a Digger still has a chance. Of course, we still have another competition coming up next. That is our skills competition. What you're about to see out there are some of the most technical moves in the sport. So let's go ahead and have the drivers break it down for you, what you're going to be seeing out there on the track in this next competition.
donut is a full throttle. Lay down the hammer. Don't let go. The sky really is. Get the back of the step up as hard as you can. Get it completely vertical and slam it on the back of the truck. Now those really need to get the back of the truck up in the air to balance that 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck on surface.
Alrighty, Monster Jam fans, it is time for the Monster Jam Mini Jam animated race. Joining me right here is Diago. Diago, you are 5 years old. Who is your favorite Monster Jam truck?
JCB Tigatron.
We got a Digatron fan in the house. Hopefully Tristan can win the series championship for you today. But let's get those competitors up on the board. Right there we got Zombie, JCB Digatron, and Sparkle Smash. We already know who your favorite is, Diago. Who do you think is going to win this race?
JCB Tigatron.
All right, we're going to keep consistent. Let's see if Diago can pull this off. Here we go. Let's count them down all together. So 5. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, and they're off. Let me hear you. So 5.
JCB.
Here we go, Diago. JCB is in the lead. Oof, but Zombie takes over. And we have Sparkle Smash not far behind. Uh-oh, Diago. What do you think?
Zombie.
Oh.
Tigatron now.
Yes. Come on, Digatron.
Yeah. It's Tigatron.
Yes. JCB Digatron wins it for you, Diago. Are you happy, man?
Yeah.
And for that, you have won yourself this Monster Jam Megalodon RC brought to you by Spin Master. Are you going to play with that?
Yeah.
I think you are. If you want your own Spin Master, you can buy them anywhere where toys are sold. Los Angeles, give it up for Diago.
Coming up next, we have ourselves the skills competition. And after that, Monster Jam Freestyle. For our remaining competitions, we do have an expert judge. And we're also counting on the score from you, the fans. The combined average between our expert score and the fan score will become the official score for a Monster Jam driver. So that means we need y'all to participate. So David, how can they do that?
That's right, Ray. We are going to be using judgeszone.com. In order to submit your scores, you're going to use your smartphone. You can type that in, or you can scan that QR code that you see on the big video board. And when you do, you're going to see 3 letters that you need to input. That is LOS. That is your city code for Los Angeles. And then you're going to see that BKT tire that you slide up or down to whatever desired score you wish to give our superstars. Now, not only do we have the overall championship on the line, but our series championship on the line. So we're counting on you to judge this fairly and accurately by using judgeszone.com. But I think we've talked enough. Los Angeles, are you ready to kick off your skills challenge? Let me hear ya.
Cole Bernard, Black Pearl. Cole does not have a skills competition victory on the season, but he's a driver that typically delivers. Excited to see what he has for us here in Los Angeles. Let's go, Black Pearl. First attempt, bicycle maneuver, get into a bit of a sidewall and then throwing it to the other side. So a little finesse from Black Pearl. Strong way to start. 1 attempt remaining.
Los Angeles, make some noise for Colvinard Black Pearl. Head over to judgeszone.com. You all have 20 seconds. Remember that code is LOS.
I told you, he's a driver that always delivers, and he just brought that thing, kicking off this competition in style. As I said, judgeszone.com. That is how you start a competition there, Cole. Bicycle attempt on that first maneuver, throwing it from one end of the Monster Jam truck to the other. This here's the second attempt you see on the super glue, glued to the action replay. Reverse popper, then a beautiful wheelie ride-off. Just kind of getting onto the bit of the pod, so some finesse moves out there. And the score for Black Pearl is 7.278, getting us started in the skills competition. That is your driver to beat. Next competitor, Mike Pagliarulo, Excalibur. First attempt from Excalibur. Get on the front two BKT tires, throwing into a moonwalk and stopping on the pod. Another attempt coming. What's he got? Right back to it.
That's gonna do it! Los Angeles, I want you to make some noise for Mike Pagliarulo, Excalibur. Head over to judgeszone.com, 20 seconds, lock those scores in.
Mike Pagliarulo. Fantastic. Wonderful, excellent, whatever you want to call it. That was ridiculous right there. You see him get on those front two BKT tires and moonwalk. Second attempt was able to pop off that ramp, get a bit of air, and out flew the hood. So out comes our JCB Dirt Squad to get that hood removed. But these two drivers right now just bringing it in this competition. And the score for Excalibur is just taking the lead at 7.552. You get a new leader, Mike Pagliarulo, Excalibur. So once again, the scoring is up to our expert judge and up to you, the fans. Be sure that you are scoring at judgeszone.com. You can scan the QR code on the video board right now. Drivers had 2 skill attempts, or they have 1 donut attempt. Some of the moves, stoppies, poppers, wheelies, bicycles, and moonwalks. It is all up to you guys. Be sure that you're helping us out at judgeszone.com as we crown our series champion. Getting right back into the action, it's Jamie Garner, El Toro Loco. To the first attempt there for Jamie Garner. El Toro Loco still has 1 attempt remaining. Didn't get on those front 2 tires like he expected, but did add a bit of flair. Still 1 more attempt to wow us. What you got, Jamie?
Let's go, Los Angeles. Give it up for Jamie Gardner, El Toro Loco. Head over to judgeszone.com and let them know what you think.
Jamie Gardner, El Toro Loco, pulling off 2 attempts. As I said on that first maneuver, didn't get on those front 2 BKT tires like he was expecting with the Popra, but still has those 2 attempts. Not sure if it'll get it done, but it is up to you guys. Head on over to judgeszone.com, lock in those scores, and the score for El Toro Loco is not enough. 5.888 is good enough for 3rd place currently in the competition. Excalibur still remains your leader with a 7.552. You saw Mike Pagliarulo. Let's go to his older brother. It's Nick Pagliarulo. Cracking. Moonwalks all the way across the pod. Still 1 attempt remaining for Kraken. Looks like he's lining it up for a bicycle attempt.
Everyone's favorite squid. Give it up for Nick Pagliarulo. Kraken. Judgeszone.com is open. 20 seconds, Los Angeles.
Moonwalks across the pod on that first attempt. You see there on the super glue. Glued to the action. Replay. Second attempt. Went for the bicycle. Didn't get the distance that he wanted, but was able to get it down safely on all 4 BKT tires. So 2 successful attempts. Is it enough to get ahead of his brother? Score to beat 7.552. And the score a 6.513 for Nick Pagliarulo. So not enough. He's currently 3rd place in the competition. Excalibur hanging on. From Powell's Point, North Carolina, Adam Anderson, Gravedigger. See the first attempt there from Adam Anderson, Gravedigger. 1 attempt remaining.
Adam Anderson, Gravedigger, bad to the bone. Head over to judgeszone.com.
That was bad to the bone, man. He makes me nervous on those attempts, how far he leans forward I want you to take a look here on the super glue, glued to the action replay. You see that truck just starts leaning forward and was able to keep that balance. That is 12,000 pounds. He's just able to maneuver like that. A legendary driver in a legendary Monster Jam truck. Been doing this for 20 years. Can he take the lead? The score to beat, 7.552. And the score for Gravedigger is... He's a legend, and he's at the top, 7.964. But look at that gap between the fan scoring and the expert scoring. Almost a 2-point difference. Nonetheless, able to get the top spot. Combined average, 7.964. Gravedigger. And he's going to put those fins together for Todd LeDuc. Megalodon, Stars and Stripes.
That's going to do it for Todd LeDuc. Megalodon, Stars and Stripes. Head over to judgeszone.com and show Todd some love.
Todd LeDuc, Megalodon, Stars and Stripes. He gets that bicycle attempt. He was trying to throw it into a stoppie and then moonwalk it backwards on those front two BKT tires. He just saw him lose a bit of that traction, and over he goes. So he was breakdancing a little bit on the dirt, unable to get get back on all four BKT tires. And the score for Megalodon, Stars and Stripes of 4.756.
Monster Jam fans back here in the pits, and right now a Sparkle Smash is all hands on deck, but it looked a lot bigger than what it is, and hopefully it is just what it is. Talk to us about what you guys are working on, how you figured out what happened.
Yeah, so we had a couple batteries give out on us. It wasn't enough power to give enough cranking to the truck, so we brought it back here, got a couple batteries swapped out, and it should be good to go after that.
And of course, you've been working with Kayla Blood as her support technician, along with Jason Buss. The two of you working together to make sure that this truck is in tip-top shape so that Kayla can... Today is a send it kind of event. Are you guys nervous at all? I know you guys had that huge air and that big freestyle performance in Atlanta.
Absolutely. The truck is prepared. We worked very hard, put a lot of hours into this, making sure it's ready for this. And we're very excited for this truck, and we think she's going to do very well today.
One last question for you. How long does this battery change take, or anything else you guys are looking at?
Honestly, it can take about 10-15 minutes of doing stuff. You just got to get the panel off and be able to get the battery tray out, and then once you get there, it just comes down to undoing the batteries and getting them out and swapping new ones in.
Thank you so much for your insight, Matt. Monster Jam fans, make some noise for Matt Marsh and your Sparkle Smash team.
Great job from Lindsay Noble back there in the pits. Of course, to keep you updated with everything happening as there's so much on the line here in Los Angeles, California. Lindsay keeping us updated, and there's crews and tech officials, everybody working together to keep these trucks moving and going. As for the skills competition, you see Adam Anderson is your leader with a 7.964. And I believe we're only 6 drivers down, if I'm not mistaken. So halfway through the bracket. Still have a ways remaining, but Adam Anderson is 7.964. Mike Pagliarulo is currently in second, and Cole Vennard, Black Pearl, currently in third. That is the top 3 in this bracket with 6 trucks remaining. Making his way from the back, hitting the track, Matt Pagliarulo, Jester.
Boston cream, chocolate glazed. We're talking donuts, baby. Give it up for Matt Pagliarulo, Jester.
You're making me hungry, David. Yes, it was the donut attempts out there. He gets a spin. He's still broken, I believe. I mean, that tire was not moving. I think he might be headed to the back, but if that's the case, maybe he said, I just want to get points on the board. So we're seeing if he is heading back once again, and that seems to be the case. Donut attempt. Score coming up on the board for Jester, 5.664, currently 6th place in the competition. And he's just trying to get points on the board. 6th in the standings. Gravedigger still remains your leader. And now let's go ahead and take a look at the video board for a message from our next competitor.
What's up, Monster Jam fans? I'm Megalodon, and it's my time to smack the skills competition.
Well, they're still working on Caleb Blood Sparkle Smash. You saw that update from Lindsay, and as you have the video view, they thought she might have been ready, but it looks like she was unable to fire. So, waiting for our next competitor, and it looks like he's ready to go. So let's go ahead and meet the man from Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, Ryan Anderson, son of a digger. Ryan lining it up for a maximum moonwalk start. Seeing a little bit something different. Pulling it off. You see, that's just one attempt for Ryan Anderson, son of a digger. He still has one attempt remaining, but a strong start. And he cannot play this safe. Going around the other side of the track. And it looks like he's calling his shot. He's going to be lining it up for a bicycle attempt. Gonna need to have something right here, Ryan. What you got for us lining up the bicycle? Los Angeles. Here he goes.
Ryan Anderson did not come here to play around, Los Angeles. Give it up for son of a digger.
How badly does he want this thing? You just saw it spinning on the top of the hood. It still gets on the tires. I did not think he was going to get that over. Kicking open the door. Ryan, what is up, man? How you feeling? Trying to take the top spot. His brother Adam Anderson holds it with that 7.964. And the score for son of a digger is... put him at the top. 9.521. 9.5 from the expert score. 9.5 from the fan. And it's so nice. Let's look at it twice. Super glue glued to the action replay. Flipping it over. Flipping it over. He needs these points. He needs these victories. He has a chance trying to catch Tristan England as he just passes him by there on the track. fierce competitors, man, battling it out throughout the series. But let's go ahead and keep this thing going. Making her way from the back, representing the ladies, Los Angeles, Kayla Blood, Sparkle Smash. First attempt from Sparkle Smash. Kayla Blood still has one more remaining. See her come off the racing ramp. And I think that truck just went out. Let's see if she... It looks like out comes our JCB Dirt Squad. If you don't mind, as I said, we've been traveling around the U.S. 16 weeks. We are in our 21st round. You see these guys that come out on the track, all our people behind the scenes. Give them a big round of applause. They keep us safe and keep us going. Traveling around the world with us, and they do a fantastic job. We need your help with that as well. It's a safety hold reminder. You see the safety holds going around the track. That is those tarps. That's not just for decoration. That is for your safety. If you have any jackets, anything, legs, body parts on there, we cannot continue the show. So if you can remove your clothing, anything that you have on there. Trying to keep it all safe and keep us going out here in Los Angeles, California at SoFi.
That's gonna do it. Los Angeles for Kayla Blood, Sparkle Smash. Let's head over to judgeszone.com.
Kayla Blood, Sparkle Smash gets one attempt. They said it was a safety hold that we were doing, and then I guess she was unable to refire. So you saw them working on that truck back there. What's the score for Kayla Blood with that one attempt? They come out to hook her and take her back to the pit. So let's go ahead and take a look one more time. Kayla Blood, Sparkle Smash, a score of 5.320. Just not how she wanted to start there in this competition. Thought she had one attempt remaining and was unable to refire. But if there's one thing about Kayla, one of the fiercest competitors I know, she always puts on a show, especially Monster Jam Freestyle. So we'll see her in that next competition. But right now, taking a look at that skills competition leaderboard, Ryan Anderson is doing what he needs to be doing, a 9.521, made up a point gap in racing as he finished third in that competition. So 12 points behind. But Ryan Anderson with just a fantastic move. A 9.521. He is the driver to beat moving forward in the skills competition. But of course, the man that he's trying to catch has the most skills competition victories on the season with 11. He leads the series and is trying to clinch it here in Los Angeles. The man from Paris, Texas, Tristan, England, JCB Digatron. Moonwalking it backwards. Combination attempt. Another combination. That is just one attempt from Tristan England, JCB Digatron. A 3 combination move. Still one attempt remaining. Gets back on the front 2 BKT tires. Throwing it to the back.
You don't mess with Texas! The Texas boy bringing the noise here to SoFi. Tristan England, JCB Digatron. Head over to Judges Zone, Los Angeles. You already know the deal.
Brought a little bit of Texas to California. Said, howdy. How do you do? 3-move combination on the first attempt. Trying to get this series win. I mean, we're just going to be talking about the whole time, but man, is that enough to take out the top score from Ryan? If that doesn't do it, I don't know what will. Ryan has that lead with a 9.5. And the score for Tristan England, JCB Digatron is 9.084. So that is currently second place in this competition. Ryan Anderson, son of a digger, is going to have a higher score than Tristan there and hangs on. He's currently first in this top spot, which means this is going to go down to Monster Jam Freestyle to determine our series champion. Tristan had a chance to wrap it up here, unable to do so. And it's going down to Monster Jam Freestyle. But this next competitor, he knows how to fly with the best of them. So give it up for Zach Gardner, Wild Side. Looks like Zach's lining it up for a tombstone attempt. Bouncing it off, and he pulls it off. Put her down steady. On that first attempt, a great start for Zach Gardner, Wild Side. Those back BKT tires were dancing back and forth. Still one attempt remaining. Let's find out what Zach has for us.
Hey, Zach, take a walk on the wild side. I said, hey, Zach, take a walk on the wild side. Zach Gardner. Give it up, Los Angeles. Head over to judgeszone.com.
Zach is having himself an event He's coming out very strong with these difficult moves. The tombstone on that first attempt. You see there on the super glue. Glue to the action replay. Second attempt did do a popper combination, holding it steady on the pod. Just rides it across the pod and then throws it into a combination move. The score for Wildside is a 7.463. Ryan Anderson, son of a digger, still remains your leader with that 9.521. But you have your final competitor coming up next, and he's the driver that took him out in JCB Racing. Can he do it again? It's Bryce Kenny, Monster Mutt. You see that first attempt there from Bryce Kenny, loses traction on those tires. Still has one attempt remaining. Now it looks like he's lining it up for a tombstone attempt. We just saw Wildside do that, so can Monster Mutt pull it off? Let's find out. Here he goes. Scoring is open. Head on over to judgeszone.com and use the code LOS for Monster Mutt, your final competitor in this competition. Tough run there from Bryce. Of course, he does take the racing victory. Been on a tear the last few weeks. First attempt, it looked like he lost traction as he came off of the ramp. Second attempt just got a little bit turned up there. So let's find out what the score will be. Coming up on the board for Monster Mutt, a 5.636, which means that your winner in the skills competition is Ryan Anderson, son of a digger.
And we are back here in the pits. Congratulations to Ryan Anderson, son of a digger, adding 12 points, not only towards an overall event championship, but of course that series points championship. And it's all we can talk about, right? But there's so much more on your mind, especially when you lay down something like that.
Yeah, that was awesome. Honestly, that was me picking up and making something out of a failure. That last move did not go as I planned, and I have been trying to do something to get that thing back on the wheels. And I finally I was able to try it, and it worked. So thank God it was here at SoFi Stadium, and it was awesome. You guys were stoked. I was stoked. But all that is a big old warm-up for me in the next competition.
That's exactly right. Of course, you can see Son of a Digger has been brought back here to the pits immediately. Your team tightening up everything, making sure shocks are good. How important is that they are all in it as well?
Yeah, these guys are on it. My man Bryce Langlois, my crew chief, he is already back on the nuts and bolts of this thing. He's making sure the truck's right. All the other guys are making sure the cosmetics are good. But I'm not worried about it, man. I'm ready to go wild. This is how I anticipated Son of a Digger looking at the end of the night. I'm going to tear this truck up. I'm not stopping until the truck's stopping. So you better get ready, SoFi, because Freestyle is next.
Give it up one more time for your skills winner, Ryan Anderson, Son of a Digger.
Well, there you have it. Ryan Anderson, son of a digger, just chipping away at this series lead. He does trail by 11 points to Tristan England, but we still have one competition remaining. That is Monster Jam Freestyle. Of course, that will be coming up next after halftime. It is officially halftime. For now, feel free to go to the concession stands. Maybe stop by the merch stands, pick up the latest Spin Master that you have on site. Of course, we'll be right back with some more Monster Jam action, the pinnacle of the sport, Monster Jam Freestyle, after this halftime break. For now, take a look at the video board for some very special VIP messages.
We have reached the pinnacle of the event. This is Monster Jam Freestyle.
Getting under the 40-second mark here for Matt Pagliarulo, Jester. $20 seconds remaining. Matt using all the obstacles on the track.
He's just clowning around. Make some noise for Matt Pagliarulo, Jester. Head over to judgeszone.com. 20 seconds.
Matt Pagliarulo just right at the end, about 2 seconds left on that clock, says, you know what, let's go ahead, give him a little bit of that wow factor. And he certainly did that. He was been dealing with damage and breakage throughout the event, gets out here for the freestyle run, gets through the time, and you see him out there on the track. Just such a great story in the world of Monster Jam, celebrating his 10th year of competition. And the score for Jester coming up on the board, that score is a 7.246. So capping it off there with a great wow moment. He's now your driver to beat. As I said there, he started as a Monster Jam super fan, decided, you know what, I can do that as well. Now his entire family competes as well. So you have Matt Pagliarulo and his sons Nick Pagliarulo and Mike Pagliarulo. The last time you see him here on Stadium Championship Series West, make some noise, Matt Pagliarulo, Jester. Taking a look here at the Stadium Championship Series points. You guys already know, we've been telling you all night long, we're going to be crowning our BKT Series champion. You have Tristan England with 580 points, leading Ryan Anderson by 11. He led by 13. Ryan has managed to make up 2 points on Tristan. Ryan's going to have to put on a run of a lifetime here to have a chance at this thing. So keep your eye on that. Number 1 and 2 battling back and forth. Tristan England, once again, 580 points. That is JCB Digatron looking for his second series championship. He won it in 2023 on Arena Championship Series West. Looking for his second one in his career, and it'll also be his first one in stadiums. I think he's telling y'all to do the wave. Okay, I see what he's saying. Follow Matt. There you go. All of your favorite Monster Jam trucks will be taken home with you thanks to the only authentic line of Monster Jam toys. Brought to you by Spin Master. Bring all the action home with toys including Mini Scorpion playset, the Supercharged Speedway playset, and assorted sizes of authentic to scale Monster Jam die-cast trucks. Crush it, crash it, jam it, Monster Jam. You guys know what is at stake. He took the skills competition victory. He needs a freestyle competition victory. Can he do it? He needs to deliver a legendary performance. Ryan Anderson, son of a digger. Oh, no, 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 going over. Can he get on his feet? Oh, my goodness, yes, he can. 40 seconds remaining on the clock. You saw a wow moment. Can he do another? Lining it up for a moonshot. 20 seconds remaining. Ryan sheds his skin like a cicada. Here he is lining up. Morgan to Morgan backflip.
Los Angeles, I want you to make some noise for Ryan Anderson, son of a digger. Head over to judgeszone.com. We're counting on you all.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That truck was done. He was on the hood of that truck. It was shut down. And he somehow got on all 4 BKT tires. It looked like TikTok on there, man. He shut it down, brought it right back, said, put it in reverse, Terry. Give me a score. The score for Ryan Anderson, son of a digger, is... Oh, yeah, 9.465. You got a new leader. 9.465 is the score to beat. Stop it, Ryan. Someone call the doctor. This man is sick. That was ridiculous. Look at this, super glue. Look at this. Stop. Look, that was done. It was done. I started talking. He said, you know what? I got this, Ray. Let me show you how it's done. Spinning. If you ain't spinning, you ain't winning. Hyped up right there is crew chief. Stop it. I see Ryan out there on the track, man. He's getting carted off right now. He says he's going to take a parade lap. Make some noise for Ryan Anderson. He wants this thing. He's been putting on an absolute clinic. Ryan, shining bright in Los Angeles, California. Yes. Of course, you still have a ways to go, but as the second competitor coming out, he's been doing exactly what he's need to be doing. Lindsay, I'm fired up here. How's it going back there? Getting back to the action. He's from Osteen, Florida. Nick Pagliarulo, Kraken. Nick emerging from the back as well.
Let's head over to judgeszone.com and also make some noise for Nick Pagliarulo. Kraken. 20 seconds, LA.
Nick Pagliarulo, Kraken. I'm not sure how much time was on that clock. If he qualifies for a score, waiting to get word from our AV crew up there. But man, Nick was going for it. He said, go for broke right here. Nick just standing with the smoke. Coming out of Kraken. 1 point deduction is applied to his time. He does qualify for a score, but since he did not complete more than 60 seconds, there is a 1 point deduction on that score. And the score coming up on the board for Nick Pagliarulo, 4.218. But do me a favor, a young driver in the game. Also, those final appearance on Stadium Championship Series West. Give it up, Nick Pagliarulo, Kraken. Monster Jam trucks are built by JCB. Dig deeper, lift higher, and move more with the official heavy equipment partner of Monster Jam. It's JCB.
Over here, I'm joined by the Megalodon crew chief, Frankie. And Frankie, it is just getting started here in Freestyle. And we know, this being week 16, that every single driver is planning to wow our Monster Jam fans. A little bit of bad luck there for Kraken, but how much more exciting is it that these fans get to continue to see the best of the best here at SoFi Stadium?
Oh, it's super exciting. I mean, this is just the beginning, and everybody's already throwing down massive heaters, and it's just we got a lot more trucks to go. And it's the last show, or last event, and we're all ready to tear it down.
Thank you so much, Frankie. And right behind you, we're going to take a look. You've got Ryan Anderson right here. And of course, a celebration was had. Ryan, absolutely incredible performances out there. You had everybody in the stands with their eyes on the track, especially with that huge save. Did you know you had it?
Man, I was just going out there going wild for you Monster Jam fans. You guys have supported Gravedigger for over 40 years, and that's why I'm here doing what I'm doing. Me and my big brother out here to rock the house, win, lose, or draw for you fans. We know it's a hard time, and you guys are spending your hard-earned money to come out here and see something awesome. So that is my one and only duty, is to make sure you fans get your money's worth every time you come to Monster Jam. And look, we just begun. We still got so many more trucks to go. So you better get ready, Monster Jam, because it's about to get wild tonight!
You've seen Nick Pagliarulo. It's time for his younger brother, the youngest competitor in the series, Mike Pagliarulo, Excalibur. Halfway through this freestyle run. Still plenty of time to add to this. Mike Pagliarulo is this right here, the wow moment. Morgan and Morgan backflip. 32 seconds, pause on the clock. 31 seconds. You see the smoke coming from the truck. Can he refire? Waiting to get word. You see him there inside the truck. He's trying to crank it. Give me something, Mikey. What you got? Is he able to do this? You see the dice hanging in the mirror, looking like a rock star. Does he have any more left? Come on, Mikey. Give me something. What you got, Excalibur?
That's gonna do it. SoFi Stadium, get loud for Mike Pagliarulo, Excalibur. Say what's up, Mike.
Mike Pagliarulo has just put on a clinic this entire season. This guy's only 21 years old, the youngest driver in the competition and one of the baddest dudes on the track. So always enjoy watching Mikey out there. So proud of how much he's grown throughout the series. So I need y'all to make some noise because this is the last time you see him on Stadium Championship Series West. Mike Pagliarulo, Excalibur. Go ahead, get that score up at 8.003, currently second in the competition. Ryan Anderson, son of a digger, hanging on. We still have a ways to go in our competition.
While we have a break in the action, SoFi Stadium, it is time for the Wheel of Cams. We're going to spin that wheel, and whatever it lands on, we are all going to do. So what do you say? Let's get that wheel on the board, and let's spin that wheel! Now, I've been told that some of you here in Los Angeles have some pretty good dance moves. That's right, it is a dance cam. Get up out of your seat and show me what you got. Those are some great dance moves. But what do you say? Let's get back to some more freestyle. Monster Jam fans, let's go.
Getting right back to the action. It's Cole Vinard, Black Pearl. Halfway in this run, 60 seconds remaining. Cole Vinard, Black Pearl. Love what I'm seeing. Just bringing so much energy to this run. Getting under the 40-second mark. Plenty of time. It looks like he's lining it up for the Morgan. A Morgan backflip. Here he goes. Bounce it to the back again. Can he save it?
Arg, mateys! That's That's going to do it for Colvinard Black Pearl. Head over to judgeszone.com. 20 seconds, you know the deal.
Colvinard Black Pearl. I love what I was seeing from Cole there, using all the obstacles, and he was driving. He was just driving mad up there. You heard that engine revving. A great run. After that Morgan & Morgan backflip, putting together a great combination, just was unable to save it. You see here, Super Glue, glued to the action replay, just gets a little bit too close. Unable to save it. He had a man overboard. The score for Black Pearl is... Waiting to get that up on the board. Out comes the JCB Dirt Squad, and there it is at 8.042. Colvinard Black Pearl. Of course, the final time that you will see him here on Stadium Championship Series West. So Los Angeles, make some noise for Colvinard.
Man overboard is right, Ray. I like that. They're representing Overboard Motorsports here with me. I've got Logan Vessels, your crew chief of Wildside, able to be there with Black Pearl as well. Of course, you guys were working on that truck yesterday. A lot of fans could tell it didn't sound quite right. What is the reason for that?
So Colvinard's actually been out here on 7 cylinders all day. Yesterday in practice, it took a cam lobe out on one of our cylinders. We pulled the spark plug, we stuck the lifters down in there, and we crossed our fingers she was going to come out here and run. Cole came out and did the best job he could do for all you guys on 7 cylinders and threw down one of the best freestyles we've seen in a while.
And of course, he was still able to get that backflip. Looked like he just got a little bit too close to the boundary line. Do you think he could have saved that?
Personally, I think Cole had that. Cole is one of the most talented drivers I've ever had the opportunity to work with. I think he had it, but you know, we've got to play safe. This is a beautiful building. This is an amazing place. We're not here to tear anything up other than our trucks, so we understand.
And of course, like I said, you are the crew chief of Wildside. That is Zach Garner, who you guys saw win World Finals racing here at SoFi Stadium. And he's going to close out the event here today, so make sure you're staying to watch that. I know that you're expecting him to do something crazy.
Yeah, I don't expect there to be a whole lot of Wildside that's going to make it back out of here tonight. Zach is going to leave every bit he can on this floor. This is his first year in the stadium. This is mine and Zach's first year together. We came in with a ton to prove, and we're hunting for every last point we can get. Zach's going to make sure he leaves every bit of it out here on the track tonight.
Thanks so much for your time, Logan. Monster Jam fans, make some noise for Overboard Motorsports.
Are your old inefficient windows long past the time to replace them? Let Renewal by Anderson help with beautiful, energy-efficient replacement windows. Sign up today for a chance to win $10,000 in windows and doors by renewalbyanderson.com/monster truck. That's Renewal by Anderson. It is an official sponsor of Monster Jam. All right, Los Angeles, I need a favor from all of y'all. If you could put those fins together, I need to see everyone. I see some of you doing it, but I see everyone doing it right now. Is this driver a legend in the sport from Peoria, Arizona? It's Todd LeDuc, Megalodon, Stars and Stripes. And I'm ready to see this one right here. 16 years competing in Monster Jam. 2-time World Finals champion. Todd knows how to turn it on when he needs to. His last run here on Stadium Championship Series West. So give me something, Todd. I need to see it. Here he goes. Megalodon, Stars and Stripes. Lining it up, Morgan to Morgan, backflip. Under 50 seconds for Todd LeDuc, Megalodon Stars and Stripes. Taking a bounce. Beautiful recovery. Todd is dancing. Oh, yes. 23 seconds on the clock. Can he refire? He cannot. David, let's talk to him, man. Open that thing up.
No pare, sigue for el tiburón. Megalodon Stars and Stripes, Todd LeDuc. Ray, vintage Todd LeDuc run.
Vintage Todd LeDuc. Break glass in case of emergency, and out emerged Todd LeDuc, man. Go for a swim out here. Yeah. 16 years this man has been competing. He's had so many legendary moments. He lives for this thing. And he put on a show. I wanted the 20 extra seconds. I knew he had something for us. But give me a score for Todd LeDuc. Megalodon Stars and Stripes. 8.395. Good enough for second place. Los Angeles, y'all know what to do. The last time you'll see him this year on Stadium Championship Series West, Todd LeDuc, Megalodon, Stars and Stripes. Los Angeles is amazing right now, man. You guys are bringing that energy. Taking a look here. The Super Glue glued to the action replay. You guys are making this fun. Todd is making that fun. Look at that. Just a little somersault right there. Look like he's representing Team USA, the Olympics, with the Stars and Stripes. So let's go ahead, take a look here at the leaderboard for your next competitor.
Los Angeles, get ready. JCB Digital Freestyle.
Lining it up, Morgan to Morgan, backflip. "60 seconds on the clock. Big air from Tristan. Plenty of time to add to this run. So much time. What you got for us, Tristan? Slap Willie. "40 seconds remaining. "30 seconds on the clock. Getting down to the 15-second mark. Tristan needs another wow moment. It looks like he's lining up for one. What's he got?
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Tristan England, JCB Digatron. Come on, LA, head over to judgeszone.com. What's up, Tristan?
Tristan England, JCB Digatron, a series championship on the line. Will he be able to clinch it here? We'll find out shortly as those scores come in, but Tristan, the scores are locked. And the score for Tristan England, JCB Digatron is 8.657. Second place in the competition. And with the points earned in that freestyle competition, Tristan England has clinched the 2025 Stadium Championship Series Points Championship. Congratulations to Tristan. There will be a trophy presentation and it will happen at the end of the event. But please make some noise one more time for Tristan England, your Stadium Championship Series West champion. A hard-fought battle throughout this series. But emerging from the back, I told you she had to take a crack at the freestyle run. So give it up for Kayla Blood. Sparkle Smash. Kayla Blood halfway through this run. Launching it. She's lining it up. Morgan and Morgan backflip. Huge Morgan and Morgan backflip. 20 seconds. She doesn't have a tire. She's still running. Keep going, Kayla. Keep going, Kayla.
Leaving it all on the track. SoFi, make some noise for Kayla Blood. Sparkle Smash.
Kayla Blood, Sparkle Smash. Get him a car wheel, Kayla. Blonde hair. She don't care. No tire. No problem. Look at that smile on that girl's face. Putting on an absolute clinic and holding it down for the ladies in the competition. Kayla Blood, Sparkle Smash. The score for Sparkle Smash is 9.109. Taking a look at the super glued to the action replayed. That Morgan and Morgan backflip with a little spin. Tire was out. About 22 seconds on the clock at that point. I thought she was done. Kayla said, I'm not stopping. Just kept going through that. Absolute energy out there. Los Angeles. How can you not love this? Competing with the men. Just never stopped. That's a 9.109 for Kayla Blood, Sparkle Smash. And the last time that you'll see here on Stadium Championship Series West. So make some noise for Kayla Blood. Let's keep the party going, Los Angeles. Give it up for Bryce Kenny, Monster Mutt. Lining it up, Morgan to Morgan backflip. $50 seconds remaining on the clock. Oh. Seconds pause on the clock. Went huge. Can he refire? You see him. He wants to keep going.
Can you take me higher? Flying high. Bryce Kenny, Monster Mutt. Head over to judgeszone.com. Let's go, SoFi.
Bryce Kenny, Monster Mutt, one of my favorite drivers to watch because he does things like that. Bryce Kenny went flying. Looked like a Matt Stafford spiral, man. That thing was flying here in SoFi. Bryce! Score coming up on the board for Bryce Kenny, Monster Mutt. What you got for me? $8.721 for Bryce Kenny, Monster Mutt. Just a great score for that man. Left 30 seconds on the clock. You see here on the super glue to the action replay. Went flying on that attempt. Had an amazing recovery. And after that went for a donut spin. The last time that you'll see him on Stadium Championship Series West. Make some noise. Bryce Kenny. Monster Mutt. Five-time World Finals champion, three-time Series champion, Adam Anderson, Gravedigger. Adam goes for a spin. Can he save it? No, he cannot. Scoring is open. Lock in those scores for Adam Anderson. Gravedigger, that BKT tire still spinning. Left it all on the track. Unfortunately, unable to get the recovery. There will be a 1-point deduction to his time as he did not finish over 60 seconds on that. But nonetheless, this man has been doing it for 20 seasons. A legendary driver and a legendary Monster Jam truck. And the last time you see him on Stadium Championship Series West, Los Angeles. Make some noise for Adam Anderson. Gravedigger. The score for Gravedigger is a 5.514. That is with that 1-point deduction. He's currently 9th place in the competition. His younger brother, Ryan Anderson, still holding on to that lead.
It was so much fun the first time. How about we do it one more time, LA? It is time for the Wheel of Cans. Let's get that wheel on the board and let's give it a spin. Here we go, LA. Spin that wheel. What's it gonna let? Simba Cam! I need all of you to safely pick up your little cubs and show them off in the air. Simba. 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 That was amazing. Thank you so much, SoFi Stadium. How about we get to some more Monster Jam Freestyle? Let's go.
And now it's time for your final competitor from Fortville, Indiana, Zach Garner, Wild Side.
Los Angeles! You all make some noise! It's your 2024 racing champion, it's Zach Garner and Wild Side!
Zach Gardner halfway through this run, 40 seconds remaining on the clock. Morgan to Morgan backflip off the 8-pack. First one to switch it up. 20 seconds. Just a little bit more time on it. What you got, Zach? $15 seconds on the clock. 10 seconds remaining. Can he refire? If not, 7 seconds remaining. And he is officially done. Please lock in your scores at judgeszone.com. You guys know what to do. Use the code LOS and get on the scores for Zach Gardner. Wild side. Super glue. Glued to the action replay. Hit that Morgan and Morgan backflip off of the 8-pack. Hadn't seen a competitor do that all night. He's your last competitor in the competition, and he pulls it off. Leaving a little bit of time on the clock. How will that play out? The score for Zach Gardner, wild side, is 8.146, which means that your winner in Monster Jam Freestyle is Ryan Anderson, son of a digger. Congratulations to Ryan. He does take the freestyle competition victory, but now it's time to see who your BKT overall event champion is. Let's tally up those totals here. Your BKT overall event champion with 10 in JCB Racing, 12 in skills, 12 in freestyle, with an overall event total of 34 is Ryan Anderson, son of a digger.
Ryan, and I'll hand you that trophy in week 16. You have been a dominant force always in Monster Jam history. How exciting is it to grab this last freestyle and this last overall event championship here on this season in front of a packed house in LA?
You know what? I might not have won the points championship, but I dang sure stole the show tonight, baby. That's how I wanted to go out tonight. LA, you guys rock, man. We've been coming here since the 80s. You guys made Monster Jam what it is. And I'm going to come out here and put on a show, win, lose, or draw, every time I'm on the floor. These guys right here, Bryce, Lang, Lois, and Omar, they're keeping the nuts and bolts tight. I owe it to them. But you fans drive me to go wild, baby. So no matter what, every time you see any truck with the name Digger on the side, on the floor, it's for you Monster Jam fans. And I promise to go as wild as I can every time I'm behind the wheel. So, LA, I do want to ask you one more thing, though. After all this going on tonight, who had a good time at Monster Jam tonight?
Well, let's hear it once more for your overall event champion, Ryan Anderson. He had himself one of his best events all season long. And now that all today's points have been added to each driver's season total, it's time to crown your Stadium Championship Series West and the season points champion, who receives an automatic bid to Monster Jam World Finals 25 coming up July 4th, weekend at Rice Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City, Utah. So fans, let's look at the video board. Tristan England, JCB Digatron. Congratulations to Tristan England. He took the victory in 2023 in the Arena Series West. Makes his way into stadiums last year, finishing second in his series. And then in 2025, he bounces right back, and now he is on top, taking his second overall series championship. Tristan England, he gets it done. And David, since I have you here next to me, man, how special is this moment right there?
We're about to find out exactly what Tristan is feeling right now. I have been with him all year long, Ray, and he has dreamt about this moment right here, receiving that series championship trophy. So everybody here that's still in the stadium is a witness to history as Tristan England clenches his very first series stadium championship.
It's a special moment and so honored to be a part of it. We have him out there on the center of the pod. Los Angeles, one of the hardest working men in the sport, a second-generation driver. And your Stadium Championship Series West champion, Tristan England, JCB Digatron.
Tristan, I know this one is heavy, and I don't mean just this trophy, but what it took to get here. You're a second-generation driver that grew up wrenching on your father's truck, the Big Kahuna. What does this mean for your family? What does this mean for your crew? And what does this mean for you to win your first ever Stadium Series Championship?
You know, I thought I got all the tears out and all the emotions while I was inside of the cab of that truck, and I heard my buddy Ray, who's from Texas as well, say that we clinched the series, man. I've been a fan of this sport since I was knee-high. I watched so many different legends go through this sport, retire. I even watched my buddy Tom retire last year, and now I'm fortunate enough to instruct at Monster Jam University, the best school to learn at in the world, man, to drive these Monster Jam trucks. It absolutely thrills me. It humbles me to be able to work out there with those guys, but everything I've done in my career, man, it was for right here. I've won the world title. I've already got a bunch of accolades on my career. This is just icing on the cake right here. This tour was a World Finals caliber athlete pool tour, man. Every single one of them was a heavy hitter. Nobody's a quitter, and nobody wanted to back down. And we had fun. And these guys told me every single weekend, all you got to do is have fun to win. And believe me, my whole career has been nothing but fun. So let's keep it up, boys. This is just the start of it. Stadiums, y'all got something coming, man.
Not long ago, you said that you don't want to be the underdog anymore. What did it take to be able to get this moment right here where you're on top?
You know, I've always been a humble guy. And, I'm from a really small country town out of Paris, Texas. And, I give it to those guys and my wife, man. I've said it before, but she acts like she's not impressed. But it's to fuel me to keep going out there and do better, go bigger, and just have a good time. There's so many great guys on this tour too. So many late nights of just talking, staying up late, and going through the motions of all these Monster Jam trucks, man. And I'll tell you right now, a lot of people joke and say, hey, he's not that good, or he's not going crazy enough. I'll tell you what, right now, there's a scoreboard that keeps up with every point that we do all year round. So if you're upset about that, that's your fan voting right there. I had a blast on this 2025 tour, but I'm not done yet. We're going to World Finals. And to do it, not only for myself and my family of the Englands, my family from England, JCB, they're here in the building today to witness us take this championship home. There's no better company other than Felder Entertainment, of course, for customer service than JCB, man. You give them a call, they'll help you, they'll walk you through anything. We absolutely love you guys as Monster Jam fans, welcoming JCB the past 2 years, and 2 years to get a series championship for a truck. Let's go. I love you guys all back home. I know you're watching right now, Dad. But yeah, you told me I'd do it, man. Woo!
Congratulations to Tristan England, your Stadium Championship Series West champion. It's been a long road, David, and Tristan gets it done.
It really does, Ray, and that trophy is going to be on his mantle forever. I know how much it means to him, and especially against Ryan Anderson, one of the best in the sports. It only amplifies it more for Tristan. You can see there the emotion just pouring through. I'm just honored to be a part of it, man. Being able to share this desk with you and Lindsay Noble and the rest of the crew. What a year we had.
Yeah, it's been so much fun. Los Angeles, you guys brought the energy. I'll never forget these moments. I mean, SoFi, it was absolutely incredible. Also want to congratulate you, man. You finished your first series, and it's been an honor to work with you. You did a fantastic job. Lindsay, if she can hear me out there, one of the best in the sport. You did a fantastic job. And to all the people behind the scenes, our crew, AV, I mean, thank you guys so much for a wonderful series. It's weird that it all comes down to this, but it's been so much fun, and it has been such an honor. Thank you all so much. Please be safe on your way home, on your way out. Be sure that you stop by the merch stands if you like. Pick up the latest Monster Jam Spin Master. One more time, man. For myself, I'm Ray Varial, David Mila, Lindsay Noble, and that was Monster Jam.